I'm going to play devil's advocate and I'm going to ask the question that many people always wonder. If God knew that Satan was going to rebel, why even create Satan? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know why God does a lot of things that he does. And I'm not going to try to pretend as if I have all the answers because I'm a Christian. And I think that's the mistake a lot of Christians make. We always want to give answers to questions even though we don't have the answers. Don't fake an answer. At the end of the day, the Bible made it clear. God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So why are you trying to think you can figure God out? Nobody can. We don't know why God does certain things. I struggle with a lot of things in terms of how the world works. I do not know why certain children have to suffer and die. I do not know why certain things happen in the world. I do not know why Satan is still here roaming the earth and all of that. But you know what I do know? I know that God is good. I know that God is good all the time. I know that there's a reason and there's a purpose for everything that he does. And I know because his nature is love, he cannot do anything outside of love. And because of that, I have to trust in his ability to make the best decisions for humanity. And not just humanity, beyond humanity, for every living creature, whether it's an animal or a human being. I mean, we're all under his ruling. There's a lot of questions that I get asked as a Christian, especially as somebody who is so public about their faith and I want everybody to get to know who Jesus Christ is. I don't have all the answers. And I feel like as believers, we need to get comfortable with saying, I don't know. It doesn't mean that I'm ignorant about everything. But the things that I do know about, I will give an answer. If you're going to come up to me and think you're going to discredit my religion because I do not know an answer about the way that God thinks, then you are just as big as a fool as you think that I am. Creation itself is something that we cannot understand. Even though the scientists may say a big bang happened, how? How does nothing create something? That in itself is the first miracle in reality, in the history of the world. Nobody can explain it. So if you can't explain how miraculously something, a combustion just created life, then how are you going to explain the things that God does? I don't know why God does certain things, but you know what? I know he's a good God. And I'm going to stand 10 toes on that every single day. And I'm going to keep talking about him. And the more I learn, the more I'm going to talk about him. And the things that I don't know, the pressing issues that happen in my heart, I'm going to go to God about it and I'm going to ask him why. And whenever he decides to give me that information, I will take it. And if he decides to not unveil some of the mysteries of the world, I'm just going to say, you know what? Whenever you want to release it, cool. If you don't release it to me, and if to you that is me living in ignorance, you just don't have to believe in him. But I will.